Let's continue gossiping again, but this time we're going to gossip about law enforcement officers. When I talk about law enforcement officers, I'm actually referring to attorneys, I'm referring to the judiciary, I'm referring to um, our police, I'm talking to even those that work in our courts. I'm talking about traffic cops. I'm talking about anyone that is placed in a position whereby it involves justice. Remember, before it goes to court, it starts with the police if it's a criminal matter. If it's not criminal, then it starts with an attorney where you consult. If it's not an attorney, then it goes to court. Then you meet the court officials, being the interpreters, the stenographers. You meet prosecutors. You meet your magistrate or your judges. Now, today, I just want to make you aware that even though we've got law enforcement, it does happen that things happen, and things that are not supposed to happen, where you would find misconduct from the very same law enforcement officers. I am just going to give you an example of a case which I've just read an article. It's about an official that was an official in a magistrate court in Umlazi. This woman plotted to kill her husband. She just pleaded guilty. That is official in a magistrate court. In most cases, you will not expect such. But they are human beings. You're going to actually encounter such. There's another one in Atlantis Magistrate Court. This one is not murder. This one is all about a person. This one is all about a person that pocketed 650,000. And it's because the courts, they do take money from the public. Take, for instance, when you bail out somebody, you have to pay it in the criminal section. Some people, when they have a maintenance order and there are people that are not trusted, then the money is deducted and paid into the magistrate's court. There are so many things where the magistrates or our courts would actually deal with funds. So this woman pocketed 650,000. And in this case, her sentence was actually to pay it back, because I think when she was investigated or during the course of her trial, she decided to be off sick. And even then she then resigned. Now the employer was very clever, because I think they decided if she is imprisoned, she might not pay back whatever that was stolen. And I don't know for how long has she been working in that magistrate court. So her sentence was for her to pay back what she stole. And how is that going to happen? It's because they're going to take her pension. So there are different ways of sentencing. Again, I'm talking about attorneys now. Recently, we have a case that involves the state attorney, that involve where, because people that are working for the state attorney are actually legal persons, and some of them, they do appear in court. Understandably, some of the cases they were involved, and they got bribes, I would say. They were paid for any matter that was settled. Understandably, some of the matters were not even known by their superiors. So those are attorneys. And then again, there's another one that has been on the news regarding the health department, whereby people were submitting claims of medical negligence when there was never medical negligence, especially in cases where the person passed on. And those attorneys were told to withdraw those claims. Why am I telling you this? Oh, then let's come to the judiciary. I know the Randburg Magistrates Court, there was a magistrate that took a bribe of 250 in one of the cases that he was dealing with. That is not the only magistrate. I think there are other magistrates in other provinces that they committed the same offense. So why, you can see, then we have the police, the same thing with police people. We have seen a lot of officers that get arrested. So including our traffic officers who would always ask for money for drink. I'm not even quite sure why somebody would want to take 20 rand for cold drink for an offense. I know one of our neighbors took 20 rands only to find that it was his commissioner, but because of he did not know his commissioner. So he was dismissed for 20 rand. But those are the things that happen. A lot of people that are taking bribe, they always take little money, not thinking about the consequences of the action. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this so that you know that when you actually approach law enforcement officers, it doesn't matter which of the departments, but the fact remains is that they are all called law enforcement officers. You are bound sometimes not to get justice because there would be a lot of things that happen. And it's sad because as ordinary people and as the public, when we go to these institutions, we go there because we really want assistance. We believe that is where we would find justice. And it's very sad that sometimes that would not take place. I think a lot of people have their own experiences regarding that. You are welcome to come in and just tell us your experience when it comes to law enforcement. I hope this will help you, that whenever you have a case, just be very careful. Law enforcement officers are not angels. They are human beings. They are like any other people. They are like any other person, let me put it that way. That they face the same tribulation as any other person. But just be awake and know that something like that can happen. You might be duped. We have bogus attorneys. When you get people like that, you would not know, but I would advise that please call LPC to actually verify whether the attorney is practicing or not. Have a lovely day. Bye.